The idea that feminism is happening at the expense of men is nothing new. Ever since the suffragette movement, women were accused of fighting for their rights at the cost of men. Because what will the apparently most intelligent and developed demographic on Earth do if they don't have a wife to cook them dinner? This narrative never disappeared, and I would argue it got even more prevalent with the rise of social media. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know how particularly passionate I feel about the Red Pill movement and the lies they sell to men. It's not surprising that since men are losing their unfair control of women, they are getting angry and stupidly defensive. What is surprising, though, is how many women fall into this trap as well. And even though there is an abundance of red pill women, tradwives, and clean girls out there, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the TikTok girlies who treat men like a lesser species. The baddies who see a man as nothing more but a wallet and a driver. Those women are just as anti-feminist as red pillars. Because even though men have smothered us for years, it's no excuse to treat them inhumanely. I'm the last person on earth to argue that we should get rid of any equality incentives because they are unfair to men. I think we should actually have as many of them as possible because, as we can see, women are still nowhere near equal in terms of employment. But I am going to defend men in this one area. Just like us, they are human. They have their shortcomings and flaws, and as much as they should be held accountable for their actions, they shouldn't be dismissed as something less of a human. If you participate in the narrative that encourages women to cheat, steal, or hurt men in any other way, you are just the type of woman the red pill is describing. Instead of fighting for your own rights and freedom, you became a tool of misogynists to justify their hatred for women. I'm not going to tell you to treat men more kindly or to be more compassionate to their troubles. After all, to this day, white men are still the most privileged demographic on earth, and anyone who would argue differently is straight up stupid or brainwashed. But I can't stand looking at feminism being turned into hatred towards men. I will never allow the word feminist to become the synonym for the word misandrist. So instead of pointing fingers at every man around, decenter them from your life. Live your life regardless of men and whether or not they agree with you and your choices. Because as long as there are men in the center of your attention, you're just playing into whatever ideology they believe. Because as a famous saying goes, like a compass needle that points north, a man's accusing finger always finds a woman. And if you in any way still believe in the possibility of men and women one day becoming equal, you don't want your accusing finger to always find a man. Because that would mean that you turned into the tormentor you once swore to overthrow.